They were untouchable. They were wrong. September 10th, 2025. The Black Sea. Russia's prized fleet lounges in its safe harbor. High-tech ships, heavily armed. But far from the billions of dollars, it's Ukraine, the underdog, closing in. No billion-dollar NATO sub. Just a handful of drones and a will to win. The Spasitel Ilion, one of Russia's last great warships, is about to meet its end. Not by a missile, but by something smaller than a child's toy. Two tiny drones, armed with the most lethal power of all: deception. The Black Sea Fleet has always been a symbol of Russia's dominance. The Spasitel Ilion, a $60 million behemoth, a true force on the water. Armed with the latest sonar tech, capable of mapping the seabed from 250 miles away, it's an unsinkable fortress. Or so they thought. The Ilion's mission was clear: mapping paths for a future Russian invasion. It was drawing a blueprint, not just for war, but for the inevitable. But arrogance. That was the Ilion's fatal flaw. For 72 hours, Ukrainian partisans tracked its movements. Every shift, every patrol. They knew its schedule, its vulnerability. They knew it wasn't a question of if, but when. And then came the plan. No missile, no giant drone. Ukraine didn't need an army. They needed intelligence, patience, and the tools of misdirection. A mothership, the Goal M, set sail, cloaked in deception. A cargo vessel disguised as a Turkish merchant ship, its AIS signal distorted to look like a harmless fishing trawler. But hidden beneath, a payload, 2 FPV strike drones, ready to kill, and 10 tiny micro-drones, ready to confuse. These drones would not just strike at the Ilion. No, they would make it question reality. One by one, they'd create a vision of chaos, a false attack that would blind Russia's defenses. The Ukrainians weren't just fighting with drones. They were fighting with perception. Look closely. The Goal M cruises through enemy waters, low to the ground. The curvature of the Earth keeps it hidden, but it's not just the waves it's skimming. It's skimming the very edge of Russian ignorance. The micro-drones are the first line of defense, but they're not deadly. They're ghosts. These little drones carry no bombs. Instead, they carry a trick. Small, flashing LEDs mimic the heat signature of larger, more dangerous drones. To Russian radar, they look like an army, a full-scale attack, a swarm of enemies, all heading straight for the fleet. And while the Russians scramble to shoot at shadows, the real strike drones fly low, invisible to the naked eye. Now, the trap is set. The Spasitel Ilion, gliding through the Black Sea, oblivious to the incoming disaster. On board, the crew is relaxed, routine. But the radar operators? They see something they don't expect. A ghost. Or perhaps 50. The ship's radar explodes with multiple targets, dozens of them heading straight for the fleet. Russian air defenses light up. But it's a distraction. A carefully designed illusion. And in that moment of panic, the 2 FPV drones silently slip through the chaos. They follow the one path the Russians aren't watching. The curve of the Earth hides them. The radar's misdirection blurs them. And they are almost there. The strike drones dive, low and silent, using every ounce of stealth they have to get close. They're no bigger than a bird, but their mission, it's deadly. The 2 drones are the real killers in this operation, the real assassins of the Black Sea. At this moment, they are 200 yards away from their target. They are heading straight for the bridge of the Spasitel Ilion. They're not aiming for the hull. No, the bridge is their target, the brain of the ship, the heart of its command. And as they approach, they are invisible, only a whisper above the waves. As the drones close in, The crew on board the Spasatel finally begins to sense the danger. But it's too late. They've been led into a trap, a trick of the highest order. The ship's bridge is now in their sights, and the operator, in a bunker miles away, takes a deep breath. This isn't a grand explosion. It's not meant to sink the ship. It's a surgical strike, a quick and calculated attack. The drone's warhead is designed to shred electronics, not steel. And as it hits, the ship's command center erupts. The bridge, the nerve center of the Ilion, is obliterated in a flash. The damage is done, not just to the ship, but to its entire mission. Aboard the Spasatel Ilion, chaos. The crew is thrown into disarray. The captain is injured. His ship, once proud and invincible, is crippled. In Odessa, the operator lets out a quiet cheer. The strike has been successful. The Spasatel Ilion is still floating, but it's not the same. Its electronic brain is dead. Its radar fried. The ability to gather intel crippled. Russia has lost not just a ship, but a strategic advantage in the Black Sea. And the fallout? It's immediate. Russia scrambles to cover up. There are no grand press releases, only a statement about drone debris near the port. But the damage is already done. Ukraine's military intelligence drops the footage. A grainy, black-and-white video of the strike. The final moments before the drone hits its target goes viral. The world watches as the Spasatel Ilion goes down, its captain wounded, its mission destroyed. And Russia, left to answer in silence. The psychological blow is devastating. In the middle of the Black Sea, there is no safe harbor, no safe port. And Ukraine just proved it. Ukraine has proven, in a single stroke, that they are the masters of asymmetrical warfare. The Black Sea is no longer a Russian stronghold. It's a hunting ground. And with drones costing a fraction of what it would take to sink a ship, Russia has to rethink everything. A $60 million ship, taken down by a $10,000 drone. That's not just a loss of equipment. It's a loss of confidence, a loss of strategic positioning. The message is clear. Russia's Black Sea fleet is no longer untouchable. No harbor is safe. Now, the world watches. What comes next? Ukraine has proven that with a little ingenuity and a lot of patience, even the most formidable enemy can be outsmarted. But the real question is, how will Russia respond? Will they adapt? Will they fortify their defenses? Or will they fall prey to the next wave of Ukraine's innovative tactics? The chessboard has shifted, and Ukraine has made the first move. Ukraine's ghost drones have rewritten the rules of naval warfare. In this new age, it's not just about power, it's about brains, and Ukraine has shown they have both. The real question now? What's next? Because if Russia doesn't learn from this, they may find themselves fighting ghosts in the dark for years to come.